dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about Dynamite, December 24th, 2025, in the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City. We have Brian, Tony, and Excalibur on commentary, so these podcasts are coming a little late this week, just due to the holidays. I don't think New Year should have really any interference, because we're not traveling anywhere. You know, unlike this week, went to New Mexico, then went to Phoenix, and then came back here, and just been going, and then I wake up, I'm like, yo, I'm tired, and I've been sick again. The kid's been sick. Like, we caught some bug or whatever that's kicking our asses right now, but we got to keep trucking on. Keep trucking on and tell this flu to suck it. Yeah, that's right. All right, we're going to talk about Dynamite and my match of the night out the back. The Blue League, Orange Cassidy versus Takeshita. Holy hell, this was awesome. I mean, these two beat the crap out of each other, man. Dom's on commentary, don't matter. And these two just went to town out the back, and I was just like, let's do this. Dynamite on 34th Street. Let's go, Dan. Oh, such a good match, man. And this is why I come here, for this sicko shit, if you want to call it that. To all the purists and all like, yeah. And I'm like, you know what? It's entertaining, it's fast, it's awesome. Doesn't make sense, not a lot of the time, but when you're having a good time, you're having a goddamn good time. And I did with Orange Cassidy versus Takeshita. And Takeshita gets the points here in the Blue League. But match of the night. Oh, not worthy. I'm not worthy. We have Gabe Kidd issuing a challenge to Mr. Darby Allin at World's End. He says, you and me, Darby, World's End. Grr. We have a Bang Bang Gang and FTR package because they are facing each other at World's End in the Chicago Street Fight. Woo, baby. You know that's going to be a good one. Then next up, we have Roderick Strong versus Mascara Dorado. And this is in the Blue League again. I did not think Mascara was going to win. I was just like, oh, okay. But no, this was an awesome match. Roderick Strong is just awesome. And I think he faces Jon Moxley on the next show. We'll see when I get to my notes. But this was a fun match, man. I really have been enjoying these Continental Classic matches just because I feel like they pull the best out of everybody. And we're just here for a good time. Do I understand the point system? Not really. Even, I think, 3-4 years after this, I don't know. I don't care about the points. I just care about the matches. I just care about what we get to. I'm not the guy sitting there like, oh, my God, well, he's got 3 points, and there's 6 points, and 5 points, and 7 divided by 2. But, you know, I mean, I'm not there for the numbers. I'm just there for the wrestling. Then next up, we have Hayter and Chris with Renee. They have their Women's World Championship coming up at World's End. So, you know, these two, they're ready. They're ready to fight. That's what I'm saying. They are ready to fight, and I can't wait to see these ladies fight. Then we get MJF versus Squash Gang. MJF gets the win. He wants to cut a promo afterwards. All I got to say is I love MJF's hair. I wish I had hair like that, but I know I can't. I can't get good hair like that. But after getting the win, here comes Swerve. Here comes Hangman. And calling MJF a bigot, calling him an idiot, calling him this, he was saying all these things. What do you want to say, MJF? And then Joe gets on the screen, and my favorite part about this, Joe's like, you know what? Because he sent his dojo out there with Shibata and Hobbs and everything like that. He's like, you know what? I don't even have to worry about y'all. Do your little catchphrases to send these people home happy. And I was like, ooh, Joe. Joe's going to kill you. But after all that, MJF tried to get an comeuppance on Swerve and Hangman, but no. They catch him, and they choke him out with a chain. They got the chain. And, yeah. I got you at World's End, bitch. And they're just, Swerve is just laying into him, and just selling the drama as far as like, my ally. Looking at Hangman Adam Page, and Hangman Adam Page is like, yeah, cowboy shit. So, this is going to be awesome. Then we get Renee with the Babes of Wrath, because they're babes and they want wrath. I love Harley and Willow together. They're amazing. Then, Diamond Ring match, Bandito versus Ricochet. I liked the match. It was definitely what I expected. High-flying entertainment at its finest. I kind of wanted Ricochet to win this one. No offense to Bandito. I like Bandito. I was like, well, you got his goons out there. They can help him. Brody's nowhere in sight. I just did not see Bandito winning the ring. That's just me. But after he does, he gets a beatdown. And Brody comes out. I'm like, where were you this whole time? Gates of Agony were standing outside this ring the entire time. Where were you, Brody? But Bandito is holding the ring. And what's funny is I was trying to remember. I was like, wasn't it whoever wins the diamond ring faces the person that currently holds the diamond ring, and that person holding the diamond ring is MJF? Or did we change the rules here? Because I don't remember. I'm trying to remember last year. Well, I don't know. I always thought the diamond ring thing was silly. MJF is holding that thing for the past 5 years. He was, he still has it. He still uses it. So we'll see what we do with Bandito in his ring. Lexi is with Darby, and then Gabe attacks. I swear to Christ, man, how many times do we need to see Darby take a freaking crazy bump or crazy anything? Like, man, dude, I love Darby Allin. I don't want you to get hurt anymore. You don't have to take these goddamn stunts, dude. I think you're fine. You clown Mount Everest and all this and that. But I feel like he was wearing some padding. How big that coat was. That's just me. And him going to Tony Khan and be like, hey, I want to get thrown down the stairs. And Gabe Kidd's like, yeah, I can throw him down the stairs. And Tony Khan's like, oh, my God. Can we do it safely as best as possible? So, for me, I was looking at Darby's coat, and I feel like he had some form of padding around his chest area because I saw him kind of just rolling with his back and everything like that. So, hopefully that's the case. Make it look good. You don't need to hurt yourself. You know what I mean? Like, the pros have been doing this for a very long time, so we're like, how can we do this without hurting ourselves, but it still looks devastating? Because Darby's the person that's like, I'm going to make this as real as possible and throw myself down the stairs and break everything and then be out for like a bunch of months. It's like, no, dude, this isn't Jackass. Be a professional. Because why? We love you, Darby, and we don't want you to hurt yourself. Just saying. But he gets his ass thrown down the steps by Gabe. Then we have Mina versus Marina. I love what we're doing with Marina. We are building her as this badass. What I don't really understand is when after Marina gets the win over Mina, Tony comes out and she does a kick to her chest, not even her head, and it was a KO. It was a KO kick. I was like, oh, Tony, you alive in there? No? Tony? And Marina's just out there flipping everybody off. And I was like, okay, I guess. Then Lexi's with the Elite from last week. The Bucks said they're going to be out. They can't compete for the rest of the year. They are hurt. And Kenny says, you know what? I am going to do something that I've been meaning to do, that everyone's been talking to me about. I'll talk to y'all about it. But there are some things going around saying him getting back into the world title picture and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, Kenny Omega is a main eventer. As much as I love the Elite, and I'm wearing their shirt right now, I was all, be elite, be elite. And Wayward Son is forever. My wife gets mad at me every time when don't you cry, no, mama. As soon as that song comes out, we were coming up from Phoenix, and I was like, pow! She's like, I know, it's the Elite song. I'm like, she's like, you're driving, quit doing their move, their stance. I was like, oh, sorry, boo. I'm on the freeway. Because I love the Elite. Then we go to a Mox promo. Crazy. Then we go into a Gold League match. What a way to end the show. Jack Perry versus Pac, the bastard. This was an awesome match, man. I really did enjoy this. This is my second match of the night. Jack Perry's awesome. I thought he was going to at least go all the way in this, but from what I'm reading on my notes a little bit later when we do the Collision show, it's not the case. But this was awesome. Pac the bastard could not beat Jack Perry. And here comes Santasaurus giving us gifts. La, 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 Santasaurus. I love Santasaurus. Because it's Dynamite on 34th Street at the Hammerstein Ballroom, New York City. Ho, ho, ho. And Bandito will face the champion, the world champion, whoever is world champion, after World's End, January 14th in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm like, my gosh, you have to go to Phoenix right when my break is over. Right when my PTO is done and used up. Ugh. I said, I vowed, I will go to an AEW show. And I saw the date. I'm like, you son of a bitch. But, yeah. That's it. That's all, man. World's End is Saturday, or it's, depending on when this podcast comes out. But, yeah. I love doing these podcasts, and I love getting them out there. And at this point, it's for comfort. It's for enjoyment. And there's a few people that like listening to what I got to say here. So this is for y'all. Mwah! And I hope you had a happy holiday. New Year's is right around the corner, man. But that's it. Dynamite, December 24, 2025. Brian, Tony, Excalibur on commentary. I give this show a solid 4 out of 5. Match of the night, Orange Cassidy versus Takeshita. Moment of the night. Santasaurus. No, I got to say them beating up MJF. That whole segment was great, man. And then, I saw something like the Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Future. Great stuff there, man. But, all right, y'all. Tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share it with the mom down at Walmart. Oh, my gosh. I am KMB the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life.
Admit that. The hammerlock on DDT.